Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, I want to talk about Bitcoin. And a lot of you guys are fearful about what's happening with Bitcoin. And some of you guys may have lost a lot of money holding strong by holding, and you're wondering if it's the right thing to do. Well, I'll tell you, I lost a lot of money with Bitcoin. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and that is not sell. So tonight, I'm going to tell you guys what's going on with Bitcoin, and let's do this. So thanks for tuning in. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, article, and guides at CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, man. I'm looking at a live chat, and it's kind of expected, kind of what I expected, and that's a good thing. I am feeling good. I know some of you guys may be scared. You tune in because you want me to reassure you guys that things will be okay, and that is exactly what I'm going to do because I honestly believe it. Unlike others that may be pretending, I truly believe it. I believe Bitcoin will recover, will continue forward, and we will see a new top. 69,000 was not the top of this cycle. We will continue forward, okay? So if you have doubt, you have uncertainty, you don't know what's going on, right? The best thing you could do is to just chill, take a chill pill, and then also zoom out. Then you'll realize that yes, even though we're a little bit down from our 69,000 top, local top, I should say, not cycle top, but we are still going in the right direction. And Bitcoin, despite all this doom and gloom, well, it's still at 47,000. So again, not any lower than any of the previous lows we had in 2021. I'm talking about 40,000. That was only a few months ago, and even 30,000 a few months before that. So we are still above those levels. And we are okay. We're just kind of lower than what people want it to be, okay? But we will get through this. Now, why am I so bullish? I will always remain bullish, and I've told you guys that. I've created a whole dedicated video just about that, and I told you the reasons why I remain bullish, right? I know a lot of you guys, you may have lost hope. You may not believe what anyone says anymore, right? But I'm telling you, the facts remain. Fundamentals keep getting better, and they haven't changed, despite the fact that Bitcoin is lower in price right now versus a few weeks ago. Fundamentals continue to get stronger, okay? So you don't let the volatility, short-term volatility, scare you, because of course there's a lot of external factors going on. What does Powell go do on Wednesday? What is going to happen to Omicron? Is there any more defaulting from Evergrande? I mean, there's a lot of things going on. There will always be a lot of things going on, right? But Bitcoin's fundamental keeps getting stronger, and you don't want to lose sight of that. Now, let me show you a few things that you may find interesting. Number one, if you're a green index, I knew it was going to be fearful, but what's interesting is right now we're at 21, and this is actually, not as low as a few days ago when we hit about 17, 18, right? So interesting enough that despite the fact that it seems like there's more fear now than just a few days ago, there really isn't. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now, what else is there? Well, other things such as this, Exchange reserves of Bitcoin continues to drop despite the price going down even more. Well, the reserves are at a 31-month low and continue to go down and down and down and down, right? I told you guys, this is one of the main factors, one of the main things I'm looking at that is part of fundamentals, that is still improving, and that is reserves dropping, right? And liquid supply going up. And people are starting to pay attention to these things. They're tweeting it out because you can't dispute this, that the liquid supply keeps going up. And why is that significant? Well, a liquid supply goes up, when people buy and buy and buy and buy, and they take them off the exchanges and they're no longer tradable, right? And that is why this orange line continues to go up. And you can see it has been doing so since about June of this year. Around April to May, we did see it fall down. So there was mass panic. But this time around, no more. The whales and retail and everyone else continues to buy. And the miners are no longer selling. That's also very significant. The miners are the ones, they're the gateway, right? They're the gateway to new Bitcoins being released into the market. And if they're not selling, there's no more new Bitcoins. 90% of the supply has been mined already. And think about it, the last 10%, basically it's not going to hit the shelves. They're just going to keep them all. So it's really like a fight, a war, right? To see who can accumulate the most Bitcoins at this point. So this is what I'm really concentrating on. A liquid supply going up, and there's no indication it's going to fall. The reserves that keeps dropping, right? So what does that mean? Well, if you look at supply and demand, that means demand is going up, supply is going down, and the price will catch up, right? Price will catch up. All right, now what else is there? Well, some comparisons, some fractal patterns. Some of you guys love TA. Well, here's one. Comparing September of this year versus now. And that was when, you know what happened in September? Well, that was our last dip when Bitcoin fell down to 39,000, around 40,000. And right now we fell down to about 47,000, right? But you can see that the patterns are very, very similar. So there's fractal patterns everywhere. You just have to know where to look. So this could indicate a really good run up in the near future, right? And this is on a grander scale. Someone named Blake that also looked at a lot of these trends and how every cycle has 3 trends. And we've gone through 2 of them, and we're about to form the third, and the third is the most bullish of them all. And it happened in 2013, it happened in 2017, and we're waiting for that third trend line that's coming, which could be right around the corner, or it could start in 2022. So there's some TA I'm factoring in here, but the main thing is the fundamentals, and that is getting stronger, okay? So I want to lead with that. What else is there? Well, there's a few other things. Here's an interesting article. Some of you guys may be into real estate, and you may be thinking real estate's the way to go because real estate is so hot, and recently houses have been going up either due to supply constraints like cost of wood and materials or due to inflation because home sales have been skyrocketing, right? But if you thought that that would be a better investment than Bitcoin, well, you'd be wrong. So this compares going back over the last 5 years. Had you bought in Manhattan or San Francisco or Honolulu or Seattle or Los Angeles, right? Some of these places you would have made good amount of money, but some of these places you would be down. Like for example, Manhattan. That's surprising, but all of them pales, I should say, versus Bitcoin. Had you not bought that house and you put it into Bitcoin, you would be up thousands of thousands of thousands of thousands of percent. Okay, including the very first one, this Manhattan house. Had you bought it for 1.4 million and you put 20% down, right? You would be down almost $500,000. But had you put that into Bitcoin, you would be up close to $19 million. Okay, so what am I trying to say? When it comes to Bitcoin, you have to be patient. The last 5 years, there's been plenty of up and downs. A lot of corrections, much worse than what we're seeing now. Much, much, much worse. But had you just continued to hodl, right, you would be up thousands and thousands of percent, and it'll be the same thing if you continue to hodl going forward for the next 5 years. So ignore short-term volatility, concentrate on long-term wealth. Life-changing wealth from holding Bitcoin and crypto. That's what everyone needs to focus on, okay? What else is there? Raoul Pal. A lot of people know Raoul Pal. He went on a really crazy Twitter rant. And basically, I think he's feeling the pressure. You know, a lot of people haven't been in this space in terms of being somewhat of an influencer and getting a lot of hate when things don't go right. I know Raoul Balls has been in the industry much longer than me in terms of financial industry, but in terms of crypto, you know, when things are good, but when things are bad, you know, you get a lot of hate. Just look at Plan B, right? People are just hating on Plan B right now for the wrong reasons, but Raoul Paul just went through all this and just kind of told everyone what I just said. And basically, you know what? Prepare for the future. Invest in long-term assets like good L1s and Bitcoin, right? And continue to go forward. Don't worry about what's going on now. Focus on the futures and fundamentals. That basically just sum up what he's saying, right? And I totally agree. What else is there? Well, Ethereum also. I've been talking a lot about Ethereum. The metrics for Ethereum, the fundamentals of Ethereum continue to get better, just like Bitcoin. For example, number of addresses worth at least 0.1 balance, and you could see it just going up and up and up. It never comes down, right? And that's because the ecosystem is vast. There's other ones in here. I'm going to show you like, what is it? Like this one right here. Balance on exchanges. It's dropping even more so than Bitcoin. And these are things that I concentrate on, right? When the exchange reserves keeps dropping like a rock, well, that means something. That means something, right? And I've talked about Ethereum enough, about their burning, about their vast ecosystem, about, you know, DeFi and NFTs. Everyone wants to be in a cool neighborhood, and that's Ethereum. Well, that's why they're doing well. So I think they're going to be in a really good place as well going forward. All right, so that is what I wanted to say about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, a lot of you guys are really worried right now, right? But I'm focused on the future. And yes, I did come out with the title saying I lost a lot of money in Bitcoin. I did lose a lot. My portfolio went down substantially this last week. But they're unrealized losses. Okay, I didn't sell. I didn't sell one thing at all. You don't lose money until you sell. You make unrealized loss into realized loss. And that is what happens when you make rash decisions and you panic sell. And I'll never do that because I don't believe that this market is over. I don't believe this is coming down from the cycle top. No, I believe we got a lot more room to grow. And I'm going to continue holding. And I'm going to continue to DCA. You guys will not believe, I don't share personal numbers, but you guys would not believe how much I've been DCA every single month for this entire year. 6 figures every single month. That's how much I believe in crypto, right? So I am going to continue to DCA. I'm going to continue to hodl, and we're going to do this together, and we're going to build that life-change wealth I've been talking about, because this is not the end, guys, okay? So stay strong. Stay strong. Okay, now a few other things besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just want to talk about a few things really quick. For example, outside of those two, I mean, there are a lot of L1s right now that has been sold off. But these are the ones that are fantastic and worth picking up right now, right? And if you only thought that they, you only thought that people bought at the top and no one bought the bottom, thing again, because look at some of these year-to-date gains. I have this category out on purpose just to make a point of how much some people made since the beginning of this year. So they are the ones that are not afraid at all. They've been holding on for a long time, right? Well, a long time being 12 months, but they are up so much that the recent drop means nothing. Anyone that bought in Binance Coin since the beginning of the year is up 1,200%. Anyone that bought in Solana this year, 8,400%, okay? Even Doge is up 2,600%. Terra is up 8,300%. Avalanche is up 2,000%. Polygon is up a staggering 10,000%, right? So if you thought only people only bought at top, no. Think again, there's a lot of people that bought at bottom. And this is just year to date. This is not counting people that bought in 2020. March of 2020, when Ethereum was under $100. Ethereum fell to $80 in March of 2020, okay? So when it comes to making life-changing wealth with crypto, you don't have to try to get in the next hot meme coin. You don't have to get in the next hot hype coin or the next hot NFT collection. what you'll have to do is basically pick the right winners, right? Stick with them, hold on, continue DCA, and that's how you build life-changing wealth the right way. And then you don't have to worry about all this nonsense about, you know, political or economical or external FUD that seems to spread every single week now. All right, so just want to, you know, get you guys to concentrate on the right thing here. All right, so some of these coins I talked about real quick. Luna has some big stuff going on. So once we recover, they are really, really ready to go up. Number one, they are added on Nexo, which is one of the biggest lending projects out there. So if you want to earn 8% on Luna, you could do so. It paid daily. So that's pretty positive, right? It gives people to hold more Luna, right? So that's positive. Also recently, a VC raised $50 million to put into Terra's ecosystem. That's pretty good. And this is specifically for DeFi and Web 3.0 projects. So this is fantastic. There's a brand new DEX that's coming out on top of Terra, utilizing Terra USD. That's also positive, right? And one of my new favorites, Condena, is also building a bridge to Terra. So Terra is just really doing well right now. They're really gaining traction, having a lot of stuff going on. So right now, while they're down, very good opportunity to get in some more right now. A couple other things. For example, Avalanche. Sushi Swap has been really, really decimated recently. And there's a top Avalanche developer that proposes a takeover and possibly just bring Sushi all together to Avalanche. So this could help Avalanche, of course, broaden their DeFi offerings, and it could help Sushi in a big way because it seems like a lot of people just lost faith in Sushi, and a lot of developers and everyone have just left the project. So that could be pretty big, right, for both projects. Also, for you Solana fans, well, Twitch co-founder Justin Kan is going to launch an NFT marketplace on Solana. So that NFT marketplace or NFT, NFT ecosystem is still growing with Solana. There's a lot of things. FTX, of course, their NFT marketplace also has Solana NFTs on there. They have their own. They have Solar. I mean, there's a lot out there. But hey, they get a big endorsement from Twitch co-founder who is trying to get into space as well. And then last, I want to talk about Polygon, which has made a lot of news recently with their conference. But they are also partnered up with DraftKings, and they're going to have some gamified NFT collections next season. Polygon has a ton of NFT stuff going on, and they're only growing, so I also like Polygon. And they're the one I showed you that went up 10,000% within a single year. That's a tremendous amount of gains. Congratulations to anyone that bought Polygon in 2020, all right? And that's pretty much it, guys, all right? The whole point of this stream is to calm you guys down. Yes, a lot of people lost a lot of money. So did I. But if you didn't sell, it's unrealized loss, and it can recover. But if you panic sell and do something rash, you're going to regret it, and you're going to make that unrealized loss into realized loss, and that is 100 times worse, okay? So stay strong. I believe this market is going to recover. Maybe it takes a little bit longer. Maybe we don't get that Santa rally, okay? I've said that. I still believe that we're going to see some good stuff within the last 2 weeks of this year. But maybe we don't. But this is not the end for Bitcoin. This is not the end of crypto. So make sure you focus on the future. All right? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I said a lot there. So let's do some Q&A. I like to remind you guys, since some of you guys may be looking to replenish your crypto portfolio, well, I like to remind you guys the brand new CryptosRUs.com, which I gotta say looks absolutely fantastic. If you look up here, there is a giveaway. So I'd like to remind you guys, I am giving away a lot of BTC, a lot of ETH out of my pocket. Does not require you to do anything other than to follow me on social media and YouTube, and that is it. 5,000 of BTC given away, 1,000 each. When I hit 6,000 subscribers, and I gave out the 4 digits already in case you didn't get it. You have to rewatch my video since 500,000 until now. And also the end of the year giveaway. This is absolutely huge. 5 people win 1 ETH each. And this is the big one. And this is something that a lot of people have been playing for, waiting for since the beginning of the year. And it is coming in less than 2 weeks. Right? So if you want more information, go to CryptosRUs.com after the stream. Not right now, after the stream. Then you go click on giveaways. But I like to remind you guys, besides the giveaways, CryptosRUs.com has all the latest news, article, and guides. You guys know I've been hyping it up for a long time, and that is because we got some of the best guides, articles, NFTs, altcoins, like literally anything you could think of. It's all right here for your viewing pleasure. Okay, so just want to talk about that. All right, now let's do Q&A. Seaweed, thank you for a reminder. I will be I will be doing that. All right, making sure I didn't miss anything. Scrolling up here, Adam asked, what do you think about Elrond? It's amazing. Well, their mirror decks have really changed the game for them, and they have a launch pad. Their Hollow Ride just got added to the mirror decks, so that's pretty positive. But overall, they're still, they're L1 that's still developing, so it looks like they're gonna be good for the future. Why do I so rarely talk about Phantom? I don't hear a lot going on, right? They already have a ton of stuff on there. But as for new things, I don't really hear it, so kind of that's the reason why, right? But I am a fan of Phantom. I'm a fan of a lot of the L1s out there because honestly, they're the foundation for all the future dApps, for future Web 3.0 development, right? So I'm a fan of a lot of them. Jake, welcome. Fix up. No, I am not. I'm not going to look at that. Best Web 3 project. Any thoughts on Flux, Graph, or BitTorrent? BitTorrent, I'm discounting right away because I think Tron is going to just screw that up. Flux, I think, has potential. They're decentralized computing, but I like them because they're a close relationship with Cadena. And Graph is a API kind of code base for projects to come out with APIs that other people could use to fetch data. So I think that's important. So I like Graph the most, and Flux, and probably then BTT. Derek Kelly, I appreciate it. Any ideas on Wax? Wax, I like. They have a ton of NFT stuff going on. Wax was built. It was like an L1 built for NFTs. And I'm actually surprised that has not gone up more. I think they're actually very undervalued. For a long, long, long time, they didn't move. Now they have some traction, but still, they're very, very behind some of the other players. So they're sitting at number 8, right? They're up 1,000% for this year. However, I think they're still very undervalued versus some of the other projects that are just involved with NFTs. Dollar bill. I had to sell my half bottle of Blue Label just so I could afford my Miller Lite tonight. That's how much loss. That's how much money I lost. There we go. Johnny Cash Crypto T-Bag. Okay. What will Phantom and Cadena be on Coinbase? I don't know. Write them. Tweet them. I have no insider information about that. Did you hear about the Vulcan Forge hack? Yes. Unfortunately, they suffered some kind of hack, but they said they are able to recover. They have enough funds to recover, I should say. But you know what? It kind of shows you a lot of these projects. You never know when a vulnerability might come. So keep that in mind. Zach, I don't know if I should put you a timeout or take that as a serious recommendation. All right. Let's see here. Which crypto should I buy and hold for 15 years for 1,000? Now, 15 years is a long time, Michael. If you truly go hold it for 15 years, you go with Bitcoin. That's it. I can't promise that Ethereum or Solana or Cardano will be around in 15 years. Probably, but in 15 years, there's going to be a lot more L1s that will be a lot more advanced. So the only thing that will truly be here and still be number one is Bitcoin. Thoughts on SL? Downtime, repeated network failures. They're not repeated network failures. They were due to hacks, okay? DDoS. So they just suffered another one because, whoever was trying to, kind of try to hack them with a DDoS attack, but they survived. There's question about whether or not their choice of consensus proof of history is really that good. A lot of people are starting to question that. I'm not a developer, so I can't tell you. But what I can tell you, they recovered, and it wasn't nearly as bad as the one before. Funny how the media keeps suppressing the fact that new variant does not kill anyone despite more infectious. To me, it looks like a final dump before a parabolic run. Yes, I mean, that's my gut, okay? Like, you can't explain this away. You can't explain that the liquid supply continues to go up. There's something to this. People are accumulating. Whales are accumulating. Institutions are accumulating. I mean, inflation, a lot of talk about inflation. Inflation helps Bitcoin. It's a hard asset that people want to put their money into to protect their wealth because the dollar keeps devaluing itself and you want to get out of dollars, right? Other than to have cash to be able to buy the dip. But still, so those things help inflation. But then, you look at some of these things, right? Some of these long-term or fractal patterns, and you'll realize that this run is not over. And there's a lot of metrics too that that measures tops of every cycle. We didn't hit it. So yes, this does to me seem like it's a temporary shakeout, temporary whatever consolidation period before we have that true run up that will push us past 69,000 and beyond. So I believe that's super cool. But there's a lot of media FUD that we have to get past right now, right? That's the big thing. But Bitcoin is strong. It will get past it. It will. Ruben, it depends on what mood you're in. If you're in a good mood, you put it right back on. All right. What else is there? Let's see. Tezos going crazy. Well, Tezos had, they had a big announcement recently. Where are they? They had a big announcement recently that kind of drove them up, and I totally forgot what it was. It's something pretty significant. Shoot, I forgot. But yeah, and look at Gala. Gala's up 48,000%. That's amazing. I cover Gala in Patreon, and I told you guys in a video, like way earlier this year, like February and March timeframe. And they had a really good run up, during that March and April timeframe. And they came back down, and then since the metaverse play from Facebook was announced, they have just kept going, and they have a lot of big things going on. They just announced a $100 million fund this morning for projects, right? And with their recent conference, there's like 3 or 4 games that's coming aboard. So Gala has been doing very well too. Very, very well. Sandbox up 13,000%. Phantom, those of you guys complaining about Phantom, it's up 7,000% for the year. So, I mean, this kind of puts things into perspective, right? A lot of these projects have gone up so much this year. And had you just held on to them, made no moves at all you had to do was buy and hold them, you would be up 48,000% or 13,000% or Elrond's 800%, right? Axie's 16,000%, Decentraland's 3,700%. So kind of shows you, right? There's nothing more profitable than crypto. When it comes to building life-changing wealth, there's nothing better than crypto. But the good thing is crypto is still growing. It's still early. And that is why we continue to hold on and continue to buy and continue to educate ourselves, because it is the future. All right, I got to scroll down here some more. Rose plus Meta for 2022. I don't know. Rose is one of those projects I just never get around to look at fully. I forgot what Rose was about. Privacy-enabled blockchain for open finance and data economy. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Meta. I don't know which one you're referring to. I don't know. Manny, I don't know about that combination. Your 5-year outlook on Chainlink, it will still be the biggest oracle in 5 years. There's no one even close. Unless they really screw up, they will still be the top dog in 5 years. I have 5K in CRO. You think a move to convert him into Rose is good? No, because I like CRO much, much better. Hooch Finance is the next Shiba. No, it's not. I've seen them before. No. Brittany asks, do I only read super chats to prove your point? I don't, because I'm reading yours and answering your question. No. But think about in my position, right? People always say, oh, you only answer super chats. So if people are paying me, right, obviously I have to give them priority. So I answer the super chat so people don't get pissed off at me. But in between, I'm still answering questions from everyone else. But keep in mind, there's 9,000 people watching, and almost 9,000 comments are scrolling through every single second. So I miss a lot of comments. I think people don't realize that until they have a stream, and then they realize how hard it is to look through 9,000 comments per second. Bobo says, you used to have sources. Now you are your own source. I'll give you a hint. I was always my own source. Cardano-based Paribus is rolling out empty collateral, low market cap. I've heard of that before. Getting pretty antsy. Alts bleeding out. Remember what I said about 50, 25, 25, right? I said 50, 25, 25, have good amount in Bitcoin because it helps protect your portfolio. When there's a sell-off, Bitcoin tends to hold the best. And BTC's dominance have been going up, right? So I know, even Bitcoin has gone down. So it's not like you're not going to have any potential unrealized loss. You will, but it is losing less than a lot of altcoins, right? But still, 50, 20, 25 also works when things are going up too. Because there's times where Bitcoin pumps up a lot, right? And being diversified 50% in altcoins does help you raise up and gain on Bitcoin when things are good too. So, overall, it's just a good portfolio breakup or allocation, right? And if you need help with that, right, go check out Delta Investment app. It's a free app on iOS and Android called Delta Investment app. And it is the best portfolio tracker there is. I use it on a daily basis. And you could plug in every single coin basically from every single exchange, including DEXs, and it'll calculate things for you. It'll tell you what the BTC value is, what the USD value is, right? You can utilize API calls into the exchanges, or you can manually plug, which is what I do because I still think it's safer. But yeah, get a good portfolio tracker like Delta. It's absolutely free, and it's definitely worth it. Better than trying to track things on a spreadsheet or something. Let's see here. Gods Unchained is coming up. I heard a lot of people talking about Gods Unchained. I hope the game is good. Freddie said, yeah, but we didn't buy because only insiders knew. No, that's not true. Scroll through some of my videos from earlier this year. In January and February, I told you guys a lot about these coins. I told about them in Patreon too. I'm like, hey, these are looking pretty good. And they have gone up a lot. Yeah, sometimes you need to be insider to get into a seed round or something. But you could have picked up most of these coins dirt cheap earlier this year. AIs, I'm not quite familiar with AIs. Maybe I am. It looks very familiar. Network 1, content delivery, CDN. Alright, so they're trying to be a decentralized CDN. Trying to replace like the likes of, I don't know, like Cloudflare and others, right? I think it's a good idea, but it's a very encompassing project, so I don't know. I'm just gonna say I'm neutral on them. I remember you said you're not so much into render. What's the reason? Because I think sharing GPU time and trying to spread that data over Ethereum is doesn't make a lot of sense. That's why. If you need a lot of GPU rendering power, you just go buy the GPUs. They're much cheaper than trying to rent it from across the network, which will take a while, and you're paying for that, and it's going to have network congestion, so it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Star Atlas, is it worth getting into? They are really, I mean, Guns and Crypto, I have to do more research into them. I know about them. They're very hyped up. A lot of people have been talking about them. So, I don't know if they're too hyped up. Let's see what their market cap is. They're still relatively small. It's 240 million. But you could see the fully diluted market cap. Ooh, it's at 4 billion already. That's because only 6% of the total supply is released. It's probably because they're reserving a lot of that for future NFTs, but that is something to consider, that very, very, very little of the circuit supply is out there. All right, I think I'm going to let you guys go. Wilbur, I appreciate it. Thoughts on FEG token? I'm just not interested in looking at FEG. People have been asking me about it. It's like the next Shiba, you know, but with a gorilla, and somehow it donates to charity. I know it's trying not to be a meme coin, but it's just not something I'm interested in. I messed up. I'm like 50% of ETH, 25% all, 25 Bitcoin. Should I convert my ETH? No, you know what? Don't try to make any rash decisions right now, okay? When things are down, don't try to make any rash decisions. Don't try to like keep trying to rebalance, trying to catch up with the market. You never know. Ethereum has been really strong. So recently, they came down a little more, but just look at last 30 days. It's still less than Bitcoin, right? Last 90 days, it's more. Last year, it's more, right? So Ethereum, I think it's okay. If you want to hold on a little bit more Ethereum than Bitcoin, I think it's okay. But if you truly believe in Bitcoin, then wait until things come back up. Wait until Ethereum's past 4,000 again, and maybe closing at an all-time highs, then make the move. But right now, I don't think you should make that move. My financial friend, welcome, and thank you. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Overall, hopefully I helped calm you guys down. I believe Bitcoin is going to continue forward. It's not going to stop. We may have some short-term bumps, short-term volatility. We may have some fearful FUD out there, right? But Bitcoin always recovers. Trust me, I've been through it so many times over so many years. And I know a lot of other people on Twitter and YouTube and social media, they're all freaking out, causing more FUD, really throwing doubt out there. I'll tell you, I have no doubt. I won't continue holding. I may have occurred some massive unrealized losses, but I know they'll come back, and it's going to come back stronger, and I will continue DCA and HODL, and you know what? I'm going to do it along with you guys, okay? I'm going to help you guys stay strong with me. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, all right? Have a good one, guys. Take care. Good night.